Man, not all of them, but that one freaking tree has got to be moving. I don't know how high that would be. Wait. Holy crap. I was just thinking, that would be awesome if it rained again. And it's like complete downpour all of a sudden. I was looking at that tree. 50? 60? No. No, they're all moving. But it's gotta be like 50, 60 feet off the ground or something like that. And it's gotta be swaying back and forth like 8 to 10 feet. That's crazy. Well, it's not crazy, it's just... Look, now it stopped raining. That sucks. Wow, it was like straight up downpouring. And now it just like stopped. Oh, what's up with that tree? What the hell's going on? It always surprises me how much these trees can sway back and forth and not break or fall over. Wow, that one I was watching is like completely stationary, and most of the other ones are moving now. That's weird. Yeah, because the one in front of it was like not moving at all, and now that one's moving. Oh, I hear thunder. Roll on in. Alright, what am I playing? I just haven't played this one a lot. Screw it. Man, so shaky. Well, the suckers are moving real good now. I guess that means the rain's coming back. I hope. Hope.
The enemy controls 2 objectives.
Shit, scared the hell out of me.
We are taking Alpha. Svinya. We have lost all objectives. Failure is not an option. Domination. Capture and secure the objective.
Comrade!
Changing mags!
Hell, I thought that was a...
We are taking Charlie. Fast hands activated. Enemy is securing Alpha. Charlie secure.
Yeah, I've like barely ever played this board.
Enemy is taking Charlie. Enemy is taking Alpha.
Good guy.
The enemy took Alpha.
Changing mags!
Hostile UAV overhead.
Didn't even make it to A.
On your six!
Getting stitched up!
Three boys here. Canada? Canada. Almost made it.
Hostile UAV active. We are losing Charlie.
Probably should have whipped out the sniper.
Objective Alpha. Hostiles launched a cruise missile. Securing Alpha. Hostile counter UAV overhead.
I'm reloading!
Enemy is taking Charlie. We are taking Alpha. Hostile UAV in the sector. We are losing Charlie. Alpha secure. We are taking Bravo. The enemy took Charlie. Hostile UAV active. Securing objective Bravo.
Put that over there. Oh, yeah.
Securing objective Charlie. High alert online. Objective Charlie secure. Hostile UAV in the sector. We are losing Alpha. Objective Alpha is compromised. Secure Bravo. Hostile Juggernaut entering the AO. The enemy is gaining ground. Push them back.
Got one!
We are taking Bravo. Enemy is securing Charlie. The enemy has
Changing
captured
back.
2 objectives. Bravo secure. Charlie. Securing Charlie. Enemy is securing Bravo. We control Charlie. Shit. We have lost Bravo.
Flashing! Holy shit!
We are losing Charlie. Friendly bomb drone active. Securing objective Alpha. Hostile UAV overhead. The enemy holds all objectives. Secure those positions. We control Alpha.
Last mag!
Multiple threats!
Alright.
Enemy marked. Get to left.
I've got your back!
We are taking Bravo.
Flash! Watch your eyes!
The enemy holds the objective. Enemy is taking Alpha.
The fuck is that? Captain
We are
America?
taking Charlie.
Fucking shit.
We've got your six covered!
Enemy is securing Alpha. Objective
I
Charlie
don't think
secure.
I've ever seen that character before. Saw the
Hostile
white shit.
UAV active.
On your
We
six!
have lost Alpha. Securing objective Bravo.
Fire,
Securing
asshole!
Alpha.
Gun had so much wonder on it.
Secure Bravo.
Go! Which one's sleeping?
Objective Bravo secure. Securing objective Alpha. Objective Charlie is compromised. Take it back. Objective Alpha secure. Enemy is taking Bravo. Securing Charlie. Objective Bravo is compromised. Take it back. Hostile cruise missile incoming. We control Charlie. Hostile UAV overhead. Enemy is securing Charlie. We are losing Alpha. The enemy took Charlie. Hostile SAE near your position. The enemy has captured all objectives. Take them back. We are taking Bravo. We're getting hit hard. Securing objective Charlie. Securing Alpha.
Oh, now that's a downpour.
Hostile safety is active. Charlie secure. We are losing Charlie.
Damn, you can't even see the woods.
Mission failed. Return to base.
Wow. Play something different. I want to do. No, the rain is coming down hard when you can just hear it smacking off the porch. I guess it's a good thing that the store's closed. I wouldn't be going anyway today. Maybe tomorrow. But it is a stupid fucking rule. Be closed on a Sunday. Just because we live in the Bible Belt. Wow. That didn't last very long, I guess. Cochrane, Pennsylvania. Oh, Cambridge Springs. Oh, they have two locations. I've been to Cambridge Springs. That's where my aunt lives. I don't think I've ever been to Cochrane though. That was weird. This commercial just said take advantage of the bad weather today. Like they know that it's frickin' raining. Although it's not. The sun's out. Oh, yes. It's still raining in the backyard though. But not so much in the front. It's just water dripping off the roof. Ugh. This was a found beer. What are the odds it's skunked? Oh yeah. Alright, what the fuck am I playing? Yeah, it's Doom Invasion. I think my phone said it was 88. Looks more like 83, 84. And that one always reads higher. It's weird. Those marks on my arm look like really tiny poisonous snake bit me. It's still raining in the backyard. In the front yard, it's not.
Invasion. Eliminate all threats from the area.
There it is.
We've taken the lead.
Nice shot.
Don't shoot me, you bastard! Troops in contact!
the lead. Fast hands. The lead is ours. We've taken the lead. The lead is ours.
Changing mags!
We've got them on the run. Keep it up.
Taking effective fire!
They're coming for me!
The enemy's taken the lead. Our perimeter's compromised.
And he
Fall
shot
back.
me through the dead guy.
We've taken the lead. Hostile UAV in the area. Friendly VSO inbound. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Our chopper gunner is inbound hot.
I'll just lay down here next to my dead body. Or I'll die again.
We're advancing. Maintain pressure. Deploying vehicles to the AO. Gaining ground. Don't let up. Enemy UAV active. Friendly cruise missile deployed. Friendly gunship is orbiting the AO.
Come on, get out the damn door. Fucking
Friendly UAV on station. High alert online. UAV overhead.
Yeah, I thought it was on that guy.
Friendly SAE on the way. Friendly VTOL on station.
Dog?
strike on the way.
Boy, I'm going. I don't really need
Our
to
UAV
refill
is orbiting
ammo,
the
but-
area.
Threats in the area.
Watch
your fire!
To the AO. Halfway to mission complete. Secure this victory. Sabre 1, reinforcements inbound. Hostile UAV in the area.
Fuck me!
Shoot right.
Hostile juggernaut entering the AO. Hostile VTOL in the area. Hostiles launched a cruise missile.
What the hell? Hit this guy. There it is.
Hostile cruise missile launched.
Come on, Roof. Go.
Enemy UAV active. Friendly UAV on station. Hostile sentry is online. Hostile SAE near your position.
Cheeky bastard!
A cargo helo has entered the airspace.
Oh.
We're losing ground. Secure the perimeter. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemies deployed a counter UAV.
Damn it. That's my guys anyway. Fuck.
Hostile mortar strike near your position. Friendly cruise missile inbound. Hostile cruise missile incoming. Hostile UAV in the area.
Made him a minger.
Yep.
Friendly Wilson online. Friendly UAV online.
Arroz. Arosa.
Hostile Overwatch helo in the area. Cargo helo is inbound.
Chain Changing mag.
Hostile mortar strike incoming. We're driving them back. Keep the pressure. Friendly heavy armor inbound to the AO.
Taking effective fire.
Friendly UAV on station.
Flash incoming.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Semtex out.
We're getting overrun. Fall back. Friendly airstrike in the AO.
Drop that.
Our mortar strike is inbound. Friendly cruise missile approaching target. Friendly mortar strike inbound. Hostiles launched an SAE. Cargo helo is en route to the AO. Hostile mortar strike in the area. We're driving them back. Keep the pressure on. Only a few enemy remain. Take them out.
Snipers down.
Ah. Get that guy right there.
Friendly precision airstrike inbound. Friendly mortar strike on the way. Friendly UAV online. In the area.
Burn that hopper.
Target sighted.
Friendly UAV online. Hostile sentry is active. Friendly cruise missile deployed. Friendly SAE launched. Mission complete. Solid work.
It's just great and sunny. I saw something way the hell up in that tree. You gotta hop up. Come on, hop up. Go. Go. I don't know why you feel the need to put all your weight into my side. Go lay down. Go. Hang out with Kepri now. What are you doing, Kepri dog? I love it when she's just over there sleeping on the couch. She'll just like hear something, just like pick her head up, look at me, and just put her head right back down. And that's when I'll talk to her, and then she's just like, "Yeah, no, I'm already laying down." Holy shit! All right, well that sounds like the rain's coming back. Pretty hardcore. Holy hell, that shook the entire house. Go lay down, Pepper Dog. I don't see any dark clouds. It's like bright blue skies that way. It's light blue that way. Where the hell did the top of that tree go? Hmm. Uh, where? Oh, that's it. I'm watching this gigantic frickin' tree slowly die over the years. What, like, or no? Yeah, so that would be. No, hop down, Bubba. Yeah, we've been here like 18 years. Alright, take your bone. Take it. There you go. Oh, that's what I was doing. It's like the fourth or fifth time she smacked the living crap out of my monitor. Just trying to get on the couch. I predict like halfway through this game, I'll look at the window and it'll just be downpouring again. It's pretty good. We need some damn rain. It's been super, super hot. I mean, probably because how many years ago was that? Wow, I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago that I got heat stroke. I guess it was Thursday. I walked to the store, made it all the way there, made it halfway back, sat down on the park bench. I was just thinking, that is weird that we have a park bench. I think that's the only park bench we have. Maybe at the park there's some park benches. That would make sense. I sat down on a park bench. Yeah, there's only one. There's got to be another one around here somewhere. We're not exactly park bench friendly around here. Bound was passed out on the park bench, wandered into the woods. It wasn't exactly the woods, it was just in the shade. And straight up passed out for like, I think it was like 2 hours or more. I had my backpack. I just used it as a pillow. Put my head back on my backpack. Out. It's so weird. It sounds like it's raining, but it's not. Man, it's even hard to get down. I don't understand this shit. These fucking earbuds. It's my phone's not even. Well, I guess it's arm length, and the earbuds will cut in and out. Yet my other earbuds, I can go outside and walk around, and they don't cut off, like without taking my phone. Alright, let's see what this is all about. Nine of 30. That's the same one. Yeah. You're such a little dog. She smacks the living shit out of my fucking chair so many times. You'd think she'd be like all small and nimble. How long? Battle Pass comes back. Come. I don't see it. Go lay down.
Kill confirmed. Eliminate targets and secure their tags to win.
Switching mags!
Blood.
Approaching from the rear. Covering your 6! Threats in the area! Reloading!
Molotov, look out!
Hardpoints online. Confirm that one.
Changing mags!
Whiskey Demon? Oh, Whiskey Demon too.
Got the sniper!
Kill confirmed.
Good.
Got an enemy here!
Hostile chopper gunner in the AO.
Hey, Jesus.
Notch 1.
I'm reloading!
Activated.
Changing mag! Loading!
Covering your 6!
Confirmed. Hostiles deployed. Our mortar down.
Marked one!
Tag secure. Kill confirmed.
Need medical aid! Molotov!
On your throwing grenade!
Friendly cluster mine set.
Fire!
EKIA confirmed. Hostile care package in the area. Enemy UAV overhead. Counter UAV is active. Enemy UAV active. Friendly sentry online. Hostile VTOL overhead. Hostile aircraft in your location.
Covering your six! On your six!
Wrong side! Throwing Semtex!
Hostile mortar strike incoming. The enemy's gaining ground. Push. Tag secure. Kill confirmed. Notch 1. Bomb drone
Almost
in the
came to
area.
a sticky end!
Confirm that one. Hostile care package deployed. Friendly VTOL entering this sector. Enemy UAV overhead. Friendly mortar strike inbound. Standing by.
Bomb drone deployed!
Friendly bomb drone is online. Friendly customized hostile chopper gunner incoming. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
On your six!
Standing there for.
I'm reloading! Reloading! Ammo here!
Changing mags! Grenade!
Covering your six!
Ran right into it.
One minute left.
On your six!
Friendly cluster mine deployed.
Check fire! Incoming! Reloading!
Hostile UAV in the area. 30 seconds remaining.
Changing mag!
Target sighted!
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV is on station. Friendly mortar strike on the way. 10 seconds remaining. Friendly cluster mine planted.
Semtex out!
Mission failed. Return to base.
Wow, number's so low. they went to two. Iced nuts. I got a 1. 17-17. That might be one of the highest amount of tags I've ever got. 13 tags, 9 and 4. Alright. I was gonna say it's still not raining. But I think that's what they were freaking out about, was freaking thunder. Let Oh shit, I need one with a launcher. Free. That was weird. Sounded like a train slowing down. Gift pack. Beer hunter. Does that dude have, yeah, the dual cans on the helmet, Dilly? Cthulhu. Bunch of crap, but you get a bunch of shit. What the fuck is Starlight? the hell is the boys? Good. Let's see which side she's on. Is that? Oh, that is Valeria. She must be over here. Yep. Let's see what's up with her. Background redacted.
I won't go down that easy.
She only has one skin. Uh,
I'll bring it home for us!
just a quick play. Go lay down, buddy. Now it's like 90. Go lay down. Come on, you're between me and my beer. Go. Go lay down, Bubba. Where the hell is the friggin' throwing knife? Alright, I'll just pick this one. Is it here? Oh, throwing star. Extract, extract weapon from DMZ? So what, any weapon? Okay, so that's under lethal. Alright, we'll change it then. was the other thing? Oh, never mind. Go lay down, Teppy.
Kill confirmed. Eliminate targets and secure their tags to win. Friendly stealth bomber on the way.
Jeez.
Hit!
Confirmed one. Moving to my mark. Hostiles on the move. We've lost half the field. Fight back. Friendly UAV on station.
I love this basement. It's so cool. Stairs, I knew I've played that one before.
Hostiles launched a mortar strike. Fight cover.
On your six. Watch your fire!
Friendly cruise missile approaching target. Friendly care package in the AO.
Ah.
1 minute remaining.
Check a fire!
Took a round!
You're shooting friendlies! Got your cover.
Hostiles deployed a bomb drone. Friendly cluster mine deployed. Hostiles are using recon. Pashnya, hostile cluster mine. 10 seconds remaining. defeated.
Did you say we have defeated? Oh, was that me? Yeah. Funny. Start in the middle? Go lay down.
Gun game. Eliminate targets with each weapon to win.
I got him! I'm for sure I was dying. queso? Bro, quit humping Capri. Hey!
We're losing ground.
What the hell do I even have? Oh. I like this one.
The enemy needs one more kill to win.
Oh. I guess I didn't. What the fucking hell? Boom. Go lay down.
Mission compromised. We're done.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn, I got 4. I'm so tired. I only died 5 times? That was the least amount of deaths in the whole game. Dude, this fly is pissing me the fuck off, man. Yeah, launcher. Go lay down. Jesus. So fucking needy. You too. Go. Go. Jeez. Still no rain. It's bright as hell out back. Holy crap, everything is like super, super green. Wow. So don't take care of, well, shouldn't put it that way. Yeah, I guess it would be don't maintain the backyard. And all the growth is crazy. By maintain, I mean you got to cut down a couple hundred trees a year, or else, at least. One year, I think it was just the month of May, but it might have been like May in a week or something like that as well. I cut down, I think 300 trees, something like that. I cut down some, I mean, a lot of them weren't very big, but I cut down so many trees that I had a fire. Or no, that's what it was. Not in a month I cut them down. I don't know how long it took me to cut them down. I burned them for over a month. Like continuous fire, never stopping. I had a burn barrel in the back. Yeah, it was a burn barrel. I was gonna say I had a burn pit too, but and that's where the burn barrel was, but no, there was I dug a pit under the burn barrel because the bottom of the burn barrel fell out. And so it was just always a fire going for well over a month. I think it was a month and a half. Continuous, never stopped fire. Like I would come home from work and I would go out back and I would stir it all up and because it'd be like smoldering by that point, and then I would just toss in a bunch of fucking logs, and then because I had walls of logs just stacked up. I had them stacked up so far or so tall that you used to be able. That's what I'm talking about with the maintaining it because you can't see it now. But you used to be able to see the road on that side. It's not. It's. I guess it would be a driveway. It's not technically a road because it has listed private road right on it and shit. But people walk down it all the time because it goes to a bunch of walking paths and stuff. But you used to be able to see that across the swamp because from my property the swamp starts. Yeah, I guess he does own that. And it goes all the way pretty much to the road. And you could see the road, but I had logs stacked up so high that nobody could even tell well, they could probably smell it, but they couldn't tell I was burning because I couldn't see it. That's how tall the logs were stacked up. And I would come home from work, stir it all up, toss in more logs, and before I went to bed, I'd stir it up again and then toss in more logs. And when I woke up in the morning, I would stir it up again, toss logs in. And I just had that going. I guess it might have been 4 times a day. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4. But I would just keep stirring it. I had a big, huge, I guess, stick. It was pretty big around. And that was my burn stick that I used to stir it all up with. Long story short, it started off at like 4 or 5 feet tall, and I stirred up that burning. I would stir up the fire so much that the stick became like 3 feet, just from the little amount of stirring that I would do with this stick. It just ended up burning down the tip of it until it was like 3 feet tall. That was crazy time, man. As a matter of fact, I got compliments from the neighbors because they were up on my back hill and they were like, "Holy crap! Like you really cleared this thing out." And I was like, "Yeah." I think I ended up cutting a tree down, but there was one tree up on the back hill. Where'd I get? I think I got the idea from Bobby. But I would pull my quad right up to the tree, and it had like a little. Well, it has racks on it, but it has like a bar and a shit. What the hell do you call that? Skid plate. And I would pull this sucker up, and the bars would hit the tree, and I would just hit the gas, and this bitch would just climb straight up in the air. Like literally, I was just hanging on to it, and I was like completely straight up and down. I used to do all kind of crazy shit with that fucking quad, man. I mean, I guess I still can. It's in the garage, but it was so much fucking fun, especially in the winter time. Like if it snowed, I mean. Um, I would actually before I even had this quad, I was doing it with my brother-in-law's quad. They went out of town. They went to Dominican Republic, I think. And he was like, "Yeah, you can ride it if you want." And I'm like, "All right." And it was oh, I don't even remember what the hell it was. It was a Kawasaki Banshee Baja. Maybe it was a Banshee. I can't remember, but it was a racing quad that had a clutch and everything. Like my quad doesn't have a clutch; it's got an automatic clutch. So you just put it in gear. You got to switch gears, but you just put it in gear and hit the gas, and it goes. You don't have to like operate a clutch. His, you did. And man, I remember I would have a bunch of drinks in me, and I would get on that thing in the middle of the night. It was always more fun in the middle of the night, and I would haul ass around this yard. I would fly into the backyard and I would circle around and go up the hill. And I would like do a couple laps around some trees and then like try to jump it off the side of the hill, which normally didn't really work. It just kind of like went down the hill. And then I would swing around, come through the swamp, come all the way around to the front yard, and I would. Where the fuck did I go? Oh, I guess I would go out the driveway, come back in on the side of the yard, right next to the swamp. And at the time, we got, which actually it worked out really good eventually after a few years, but we got, my cousin was developing a new subdivision across the bridge. And somehow him and my dad were talking, and my dad was like, "Yeah, like our whole front yard is sand, and we'd really like to have grass growing there. So if we could get some dirt." And my cousin was like, "Dude, we're like literally giving away dirt." And it was like pretty decent soil too. So we had two dump trucks come and dump it on the side of the driveway. Well, me, my brother-in-law, my dad, every time he would come, he would be trying to like fill in the front yard with dirt because they were like massive piles of dirt. I mean, obviously, two dump trucks worth. And me and my brother-in-law got bored of it like really quick. And so we drove that quad over the dirt pile so many times that we had two jumps on it. One from the backside, which was like pretty decent, like, and it was like 4 or 5 feet tall. And then on the driveway side, it was real steep. So, like, if you came, like I was talking, from the swamp and hit the dirt pile, you could jump the whole way across the driveway, which it was like, I guess, 2 lanes. But if you went the other way and hit the steep incline, you could probably go like 8 feet in the air. And you didn't go very far, but you went like 8 feet in the air and just came straight down. It was so much fucking fun. It would have been nice to have my quad whenever that dirt pile was there. Oh yeah. And I guess I think it was my brother-in-law. Yeah, it couldn't have been me. Learned about how to ride on two wheels on, like, he was always doing wheelies with it, but like on like the side two wheels. And you just like start making, let's just say, a left-hand turn, and you swing the wheel to the right really quick, and the thing would want to tip over, and you just had to balance the thing. Like, I got so good at it, like I was driving between trees on two wheels and shit like that. It was so much fun. But I'm pretty sure he like learned about it on YouTube, or maybe a friend of his told him or something like that. I don't know. He heard about it and was like, "I bet you I could do it." And we spent months, probably a month or less, trying to figure out how to do it. It was fucking fun. I could do it on his, but I can't do it on mine. Mine's just too heavy and bulky. Because I have it's called a Honda 4Trax 300, but it's not 300cc. It's like, it's not even close to 300. It's like 264 or something like that. Because I was like, why didn't they just call it a 250 or a 275 or some shit? But with mine, I had it loaded because it had racks on the front and the back. I had it loaded up, man, like a chainsaw on the front, um, a bow saw. Oh yeah, the bow saw. I also had a fold up tree saw, like with a blade like this big, and the handle was about the same length. I had that thing on there. What else did I use to keep on that thing? I had on the front of the rack, it had a little loop, and I got this piece of wood and just wedged it in there between the rack and the plastic body of the quad, and it was just big enough, perfect, that I could take my beer and set it right in there, and it held my beer from like not getting knocked around. I mean, it would probably get all foamy and shit like that when I'm riding, but it wouldn't fall over. It was great. I always had to adjust it too, because it would like, well, everything would shift. Oh, come along. I had a come along on there. I had a bunch of chains hanging off the back so I could drag trees that I cut down. For a long time, till I broke the quad. Well, I didn't break. Anyway, I had a pole. I don't even remember where it came from, but it was one of those ones for fishing that it's just like got a point on it, and then it's got that little hook on it, so you can like grab a hold of the boat and like, pull it over to the dock or whatever, shit like that. And I had a scabbard. I don't know where the hell that thing is. The mount for the scabbard was there, and I would put this thing through the scabbard mount, and I drilled a hole in the foot peg, the plastic part of it, not the metal, and I would just stick that thing in there, and it was like a makeshift gear shifter looking thing on the side. I just remember always driving around with my hand on it and shit. I used that thing for everything until I broke it. It was aluminum, and I ended up trying to grab a hold of something that was too heavy, and I snapped the thing in half. I was so pissed off. Oh, but before that, the hole that I drilled in the plastic, what did I do? I think I was driving past like a tree branch or something, and it smacked that pole, and the plastic broke, and then I couldn't keep it there anymore. I don't know what else I had on that damn thing. I had all kind of shit. Like anything I needed to like do work around the yard and shit. It was great. But yeah, with the my brother-in-law's quad, I would just haul ass around this fucking yard. And in my quad, it snowed, I don't know, like 4 times, 5 times maybe, since I moved here. And when it would snow, I would take my quad out, and it's two-wheel drive, so it was a pain in the ass. Because I remember the one year, like the snow, it wasn't even that deep, but the tires suck on it, and it would take me like so many times driving back and forth to actually like make it anywhere. Which I don't know how the hell I made it up that hill because it's pretty damn steep. But I would take that sucker out, and there wouldn't be one piece of untouched snow in the entire yard. I would just go out being doing donuts around trees and shit like that. The a bunch of actually, yeah, a bunch of the neighbors. It was like Mike and Colleen and Debo and I don't remember his name now, but they would all because my hill was the nicest one around here. So when it would snow, they would go up there and they'd be out there sled riding like all day long. It was funny. And then I'd ride my quad up there and just kind of hang out and drink a beer with them. And I never rode my quad on them, except for the part that's on my property. But back in the day, like, I don't know, 1600s, 1700s, something like that, there used to be a bunch of roads that went from the beach to the sound, and they're back here in the woods, and there's still like indentations and hills, but now there's trees growing up in them and shit like that. And I always wanted to take my quad back there and just ride around. Some other people I know have done that, but it's I don't know if it's frowned upon or if it's illegal. I'm sure the yeah, it's a state park, and they say no motorized vehicles. So I guess according to them, it would be illegal. According to me, it was just a little rule on a frickin' permit that you would get to hunt on it. It would just say no motorized. It was like the last one on there. It was like a bunch. No tree stands allowed in the park overnight. Uh, it was just like a bunch of stupid fucking rules. Which actually, I got in an argument with the park guy who didn't work there anymore. Um, over the no tree stands. Like no permanent tree stands allowed in the park. You have to remove your tree stand overnight. And I was like, why? And he's like, well, it just gives some people an unfair advantage and blah, blah, because they can have a tree stand and nobody else can use it. And I'm like, fine, make the rule that um, you can build a wood, they were almost always wood. You can build a wood tree stand, put it out there, but it's first come, first serve. If you show up and there's someone already in your tree stand, tough shit, move on to a different area. And he was like, that's unfair to other people. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's an incentivization to get there before everybody else. Like, get there in the fucking dark in the morning and fucking sit there. I put up I put up 2 wood tree stands back there. My neighbor who hunted, he put up a massive one. It was like a legit tower. There was another one. Where the hell was that? Across the road. Oh yeah. It was like behind that house. That one was awesome, man. I sat in that one a few nights. I got there, there's nobody there, and the dude that put it up was using corn. He would just take like a 50-pound bag of corn out there and just dump it on. There was another road over there, not really a road. It was just an old road, and he would just dump it right on the road. And I guess he would just hunt whenever he had a chance, and it was pretty fucking awesome. I never saw anything out of that tree stand though. But it was a kick-ass tree stand, like legit tower tree stand. Like it wasn't up against a tree or anything. It was all free form, like with the cross members and shit. It was awesome. Ugh, like an hour and a half. I think I've given up on this one. Um, yeah, I spent so much time in the fucking woods back there. And back here, over there, you can use a rifle. But back here, it's only shotgun. I guess probably not allowed to use a pistol, because that would be closer to a rifle. But you can use a shotgun and a bow. Oh, and wait, I can't remember. I think you could use a muzzleloader back here. You can use a muzzleloader over there. Although my muzzleloader is pretty fucking kick-ass. It's 50 caliber and it's a legit rifle, which is what I shot that deer with and that deer with out of the same stand in Oklahoma. But not this elk. I shot that with a Winchester. What is it? 300 Winchester short mag. Or, yeah, I think that's what it is. But I shot that thing. I was on one mountain and I shot it on a different mountain. Like across the entire valley. Like I could barely see him in the scope. He was like this big in the scope, and the scope was like zoomed all the way in. I'm not gonna say I got him on the first shot though, because I did not. But one thing I liked about the place where we were hunting, we got a super deal on a guided hunt, which me and my dad never have. Well, he has, but I've never been on a guided hunt before. It's always like, let's grab our shit, like walk into the woods and find some things to shoot. But we got a super. It was like a $20,000 hunt or $25,000 hunt. It was super expensive, and we got it for like I think it was $1,000 because it was getting close to the hunting season, and they didn't have it booked. So they just discounted it way down. And because my dad knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy, we ended up getting a deal. And it was like, I think it was, besides driving there, which took 40 hours there, 42 hours back, and that's accounting for time change. Not counting that gas money, that was 40 hours straight. We didn't stop. The only time we stopped driving was when we were getting gas, getting coffee, or getting like some fast food through a drive-through. Like we never stopped and like got out of the car, and like if we the only time we went to the bathroom, the only bathroom breaks I should say, were when we got gas. So someone would be filling up the truck And the rest of us just like, because it was like 500 miles between breaks, which is like 8 hours of driving. So you can't piss for like 8 hours. And then we pull into a gas station, and like three of us would just book it into the fucking store and go piss, while one was out there operating a gas pump. And the truck had, I mean, it was 500 miles per tank at least. So like we'd all come back out with like some drinks or like some snacks or whatever, and then one of us would take over for the guy that was filling up the truck, and he would run in and take a piss. And by the time he would get done, we were done filling up the truck. And the truck never even shut off. We didn't shut it off for 40 hours straight. And then we would just jump back in the fucking truck and just keep on going down the road until we made it to the next gas stop or fast food. Or wait, we stopped somewhere. Yeah, 'cause I was pissed off. They had the AC blasting, and I don't do cold. And they were in the front seat, so they had the sun on them. I was in the back seat, and it was just cold as fuck. And I was so pissed off that they wouldn't shut off the fucking AC that I refused to eat with them. We did stop at one place. I think it was like halfway through the trip or something. I don't remember where they went. I think I went to Long John Silver's. Or maybe it was Taco Bell. I don't remember. But they went to like, I don't know, Olive Garden or Applebee's or some shit like that. That I was so pissed off. I was like, fuck this. I'm not even eating with them. I gotta be in this fucking car for another like 20 hours with them. I don't need to be fucking eating with them. And I just specifically walked somewhere else. I don't remember where the hell I went. I want to say it was Long John Silver's because we don't have one around here. And I love Long John Silver's. Not that they have great food, but it just reminds me of my grandma because we used to go there like all the time when I was a kid. And like it's not even the best fish, but I just love the batter. I love taking the damn vinegar and dumping it all over the fish and the fries and shit. But anytime I'm out and I see a Long John Silver's, I will usually eat at it, just because it reminds me of my grandma. Wonder how many times we actually ate at Long John Silver's. Because I'm willing to bet it really wasn't as many times as I think it was. It was probably like 10 or 15. Now, granted, I went to my grandma's house every week. Well, every week that I wasn't in school. Because on Tuesday, my dad was a salesman. And on Tuesday, his route would be around my grandma's house, who lived an hour away from me. And so every Tuesday, I would just ride with him all the way up to my grandma's house. He'd drop me off. He would go do his route. Me and my grandma would go to like Kmart and buy micro machines. She would buy me micro machines, and I mean not every time, but because I remember specifically I wanted one of them. I was like, come on, grandma, can I get it? Can I get it? And I remember her going, all right, fine, I'll buy it for you, but I'm not buying any more for the rest of the summer. And I wanted it that bad. I was like, all right. And she didn't buy me any for the rest of the summer. They should have just held out and probably could have got it the next week or something. Oh, all right, I'm done with that bitch. Let's yeah, mix this shit up. Oh shit, I wanted to do. Shit, maybe I should hold off on this one. I wanted to fucking Post Malone it and do champagne and vodka. Fuck, then I gotta get a cup. And they're way over there. The hell's this fucking rain at? Alright, let me see if I can find a non-skunked beer. I know the one just totally has to be completely skunked. That's that one right there. Oh, here, this is a new. What are you doing? Stop. Stop. And yes, if you're wondering, I do keep a knife right here. Actually, I have this knife, I have that knife, I have a razor knife, and I have my saw. Still beer in this. Oh man. No. Oy. Wow. What are you doing? There's no. I fed you all the dog treats. Oh, wait. Oh. Oops. There. Oh. You're friggin' heavy, dog. TZ the kid. Gobbler stalker. I like that. I haven't been turkey hunting in a long time. Like 25, 26, 27 years. Fuck. should have stopped this one.
Team deathmatch. All Saber, you've got the nod. Weapons free.
Enemies in the area.
We've lost the lead.
Oh, whoop, I forgot I had a stupid throwing knife.
Covering.
Enemy UAV active.
Loading!
Hostile cruise missile launched. Fast hands activated. Hostile UAV in the area.
Taking fire.
Ah, I hit the wrong button. Damn it, fucking guy again. My damn Semtex back.
Contact! I am wounded!
Threats in the area.
Murk that tosser! Incoming frag!
Damn it, that guy's gone.
Effective fire.
BAM!
Friendly UAV on station.
Covering your six.
High alert.
It's better when it's ABC.
Reloading.
The lead is ours.
Set in mine.
They're on me!
The enemy's taking the lead.
on your six! Planting mine!
We've taken the lead.
Attacked me! Snipers down!
Friendly UAV online. We've lost the lead.
Covering your six.
Area!
Woo.
The lead is ours.
Requesting recon flyover!
Got your back.
Copy. UAV is... The enemy's taken the lead.
Reloading!
Switching back.
Taken the lead.
They're running for me!
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO. You're halfway to mission complete. Stay sharp.
Requesting smoke wall at this location! Taking effective fire! Stay with it. It's nothing.
Switching mags!
How come like I didn't see that guy?
Contact here!
We've lost the lead.
Pissed! They're on me! Medical aid! Almost
Hey,
came to a sticky end!
Whoa, shit. Didn't see that guy.
Enemies in the area!
It's a fight.
Taking fire! I'm reloading. Jeden na jeden!
Have your back.
Assault rifle marked.
I am on your six!
KIA. SMG marked. SMG marked. Eyes up, this sector's hot. Eyes on an enemy operator.
The enemy's taken the lead.
Oh, you're
Our
hot
UAV
and
is orbiting the area.
heavy.
On your 6.
Final
I'm taking you to it again, and I'm switching back.
hostile sentry is active. Hostile more strike in the area. Final 30 seconds. Enemy care package incoming. Seconds. Hostile cluster mine active. Mission compromised. We've been defeated.
Alright. Gotta hop up in the car. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Hop up. Come on, I'm suffocating here. Go lay down. Go. There you go. Come on, you two. Come on, go. Thank you. Holy hell. Point blank and scavenger. What do I even have on here? Wait, is that the only one? Yeah. Okay, that'll work. Fuck. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it, man. new mouse, man. It's got buttons on the side. It's so inconvenient. I wonder if I can reprogram. Ugh. Man, freaking hungry. Whatever I end up eating. Probably putting some of that hot sauce on it, some of that seasoning, and I have a whole jar of garlic. Well, I don't really have any water, so I was gonna say I really want to have some grits. I still haven't made up my mind if I actually like grits or not. I could have that popcorn. I've been sitting on that for a while. Or it's gonna take a lot of water. I was gonna say mashed potatoes and chili. That's freaking awesome. When I was, I guess, a teenager. No, he died in when I was in my 20s. Yeah, when I was a teenager, my best friend at the time was like, "Have you ever tried mashed potatoes, but instead of putting gravy on it, you put chili on it?" And I was like, "I like chili. I like mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. But I don't think they go together." And he was like, "Yeah, you gotta try it. It's pretty freaking awesome." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think that's gonna go together." And then I tried it, and I was wrong. It's so friggin' good. Then again, I just love mashed potatoes too, so yeah, I think I can do that. Damn it, that would take too much water. I'm almost out. I could probably boil noodles and that shit. Although I need water for tomorrow. You cook with distilled water? Hmm. Less skunked. I say that now. Wait until like 4 sips. This fly is pissing me the fuck off, man. Like I'm ready to fog this whole house. What is this shit? Montreal steak seasoning. Oh man, that would be pretty good on something. Oh yeah, and I have what's this shit called? Nashville hot sauce. Well, Nashville hot. hot sauce. I wonder if some lime juice would be good in beer. Or lemon. I have both. It would be so awesome if there was a cartridge in here. What's this? Oh, I got lemon pepper seasoning. Actually, yeah, I have two. Hmm. Man, I want so much stuff right now. I'll end up eating something dumb. Saltines and peanut butter. I do love that shit though, man. It's like the greatest poor man's snack you can get. It's only a couple dollars for some peanut butter, and it's usually like $1 for 4 sleeves of saltines. And, oh, is that more? Hells yeah. I'm so fucking cheap. I come up with like different ideas to save as much money as I can. Like, I think I'm going to 7-Eleven tomorrow. I'm loading up my backpack with as many water bottles as I can. And I'm gonna go in their bathroom and just fill up all my water bottles. Only when I come home, I'm putting them in the fucking fridge. Yeah, I got that 1 liter over there. Another 1 liter. Isn't there another one right here? Oh yeah, right there. Now I want like something with pepper powder on it. I'm looking at this box. It's full of pepper powder. I have them all scattered all over my computer area. Which the Southern Haven, oh, that would be great right now. Peanut butter on a saltine with some hot pepper powder on it. Actually, better than that, I don't have any. But better than that would be chicken with peanut butter on it. Ugh. There's your life hack, man. If you've never tried that, do it. Preferably blackened chicken. I don't know why, but that just seems to be a little bit better. Regular, just I got some chicken thighs, throw them in the oven, cook them up kind of thing. Eh, not that great. It's okay, but it's better on blackened chicken. Oh, man. I don't know if I can drink it because I kind of gave up drinking it quite a while ago. But I could at That's gonna cost more motherfucking water. Damn it. I was gonna say coffee. When I was like dead broke, I survived off of coffee. My parents came and visited me, and they gave up drinking coffee. So they brought me like 7 or 8 pounds of coffee. Wait, don't I? I don't know where the hell it would have been, but I swear I had coffee beans. Oh no, I can see a container of coffee over there though. That, and I got those hot pickles and pepperoncinis. I don't know how good these jalapenos are gonna be because I opened them and then just left them out. Pretty sure it says, yep, I can read it right there. Refrigerate after opening. I don't know, they're pickled. Probably still be good. Hold on, I actually refrigerated the pepperoncinis. I'm gonna say actually refrigerated because I am like so limited on fridge space. Because the main fridge broke. The big stainless steel. I really don't like that fridge. Well, it's broke now anyway, so who cares? But the old one that we had, I was gonna say it's in the garage, but no, it's sitting outside of the garage because I couldn't get it into my fucking trailer to get rid of it. That was my favorite. It was like the cheapy. It was big, but it was like that cheap over and under fridge where the fridge is underneath and the freezer's on top. Can't go wrong with that fridge. As matter, yeah. When I get some money, I have like so many things. Oh, and now I see my fucking sweet potatoes. Oh, I want them too. When I get money, pay off all my stupid bills and shit like that, buy a new phone because I need a new fucking phone. Because for some reason, this phone, none of the microphones work. So I can't actually make a phone call because nobody can hear me. I can hear them fine. I can text. I can go on the internet. I can do all that shit, but I can't actually make a phone call. The last bunch of times I tried and nobody could hear me. Because I think the last bunch of phone calls I made was to my bank. Yeah, and then I ended up having to walk across the parking lot and go into the bank just to get my account balance because I don't do online banking. I know everybody in the world does online banking, and I'm the only person that doesn't, but, well, me and Bill Burr. We don't have one of those savey save cards for the grocery store. We don't do online banking. We're just old school. Man, and I have chicken. I even have, what is that? Cream of chicken? It might be cream of mushroom. It's one of them. But that would be great to go with egg noodles and that can of tuna I can see right there. And I thought I saw corn. My mom would always make it with peas. I'm just not a gigantic pea fan. Raw? Hell yeah. Oh, dude. I grew lima beans, peas. I grew beans too, but the beans made it in the house. But not one lima bean nor pea made it out of the garden. Like I would just grow them, and as soon as they were ready, I would pick them right off the plant, peel them open, and eat them right there on the spot. It's like one time I had, well, let me rephrase that. At one time, I had between, I wonder if those ones are even growing. I might have strawberries. Um, but I bought a 6 or a 12 pack of strawberries. If you don't know about strawberries, the way you get more strawberries is you just let them grow. And then they'll produce strawberries. You can pick the strawberries off. But then they produce runners, which are like pieces of the plant that go out and then they root and then become another plant. And once they're rooted, you can snip off the runner. And then you've got, like, we'll just say 2 plants. Because they'll do multiple runners per plant. So I started off with either 6 or 12. Actually, I think, no, I bought them. I was going to say I thought my brother-in-law bought them, but no, I bought them. He helped me build, I built an octagon grow bed underneath one of the trees because it said that strawberries, they prefer the shade. I was like, all right, and works great around here because there's so many fucking trees. So he helped me build, well, I guess by help, I mean, he did the math and told me what angle to make my cuts at. And then I put them all together, and I think I used his nail gun or something and nailed it all together. And then inside that, and then I put some dirt in there because it was under a tree, and it was like a bunch of roots and shit from the tree. And then I bought these strawberry plants. It was like either 6 or 12. I can't remember. That was back in the day when the box store would carry 6 and 12 packs of plants. Like you could go and get like 12 tomatoes in one little pack. And they were like small, but you know, whatever. And I don't know why. I guess it's a cost saving thing to make you buy a $5 plant instead of like $1.97 for 12. Because I would go and I would buy as many as would come in a thing. Like I'd buy like a 6 pack that would have like 12 or 15 plants in it, and then I would separate them and plant them in my garden. For the 12 pack, I would get like 18 to like, 28 plants. And I would just manually separate them, take them out, rinse the dirt off in water, manually separate them, which they say you have to be like super delicate with them and everything. No, you don't. You can literally like dunk them in water, get most of the dirt off, take your hands and just massage the root base and everything. And then they'll be like, the roots will be all intertwined and stuff. You can just grab the 2 plants and just pull them apart. It's not that big of a deal to mess them up. Because they'll go through some shock, but they'll pull out of it. But anyway, the strawberries, I can't remember. I did a count one time. Actually, it's on my YouTube channel somewhere because it was when I was doing aquaponics. And it was at least 250 strawberry plants. I had them everywhere. I had them in my dirt garden, the little planter I was talking about. I had them over there. As a matter of fact, I transplanted a lot of the runners out of that little planter and put them into the aquaponics. That's how I got so many. And then I had the hydro tube, which was just a piece of PVC, and water from the pump would go to the top of the PVC and go in like on a 90, and it would just run down and go to a 90 and a 90, and then it would go down, go to a 90 and a 90, and then drain right back into the fish tank. And I would do that, and those strawberries were the, well, not those specifically, but aquaponic strawberries were the best. Like, I guess it was because there was so much water that they were getting that they would. Oh my God, they were so great. But there was. I can only remember one time that strawberries actually made it out of the garden and it actually came into the house. And that was because I wanted to show my parents how good aquaponic strawberries were. That's the only reason, because otherwise I would just go into my greenhouse. Well, it wasn't even a greenhouse at the time, it was just a hot tub sitting in the middle of the yard. And I would go in there and I would just pick all the ripe strawberries and just automatically toss them right in my mouth. Like, well, like I said, there's only one time they actually made it out of the garden. And I brought in like a couple handfuls, I think. And we're like, hey, try these fucking strawberries. They're so good. Which they really weren't impressed. They were like, okay. Like, yeah, they're good. And I was like, no, they're like way more juicy. Like, because I would try to do like 2 bites. Like, bite into it, like, take half of it, and then eat the rest of it. Um, and that first bite, like, they were so juicy that they would just, like, spray all over your mouth. Like, I would have to come in and just, like, run my mouth under the sink when I was done. And just, like, clean my mouth up and shit because there was so much strawberry juice all over my fucking mouth. I could really go for strawberries. Damn it. Why don't they have canned strawberries? Because when you have a broken fridge and you're using a little tiny, it's not even a mini fridge, it's a little tiny fridge under a water cooler. So it's only like this tall, by like this deep, by like that wide. I mean, it's really freaking small. So I became a big fan, because I used, when I had a working fridge, I would always have chicken. Like, it'll go bad kind of chicken. Like, go to the store and I wouldn't buy like a 4 pack of thighs. I would buy an 8 pack. And I would either freeze like half of them, because I would make 2 at a time, because that's really all I need, because I'm not that big of a guy. Um, and if I didn't think I was going to eat them in time, I would freeze them. As a matter of fact, back in the day, no, I guess my brother-in-law didn't live here. It was after they both moved out, which was '06, because they got married in '07. Um, and then I don't know what year they got divorced. But I would do the same method, but I would buy like 4 packs or 8 packs, and I would put the chicken in the fridge. And there was just days I didn't feel like cooking, or whatever. I wasn't feeling like chicken or anything, which is weird for me to say because I could always go for chicken. Um, but anyway, it would get close to spoiling, and I'm really weird about my food and expiration dates that it has on it. And it'll say best buy. That doesn't mean like that's the expiration date. It's my expiration date, because I would be like, all right, yeah, that's today. So I would just take it out of the fridge and just toss it right into the freezer. Because at one time, I wonder if that freezer even works. I had a bunch of food out there. Because I have a freezer in the garage. I used to have a fridge, the old ones from here, in the garage, and then I have this broken ass fucking fridge. But out there in the freezer, I would store all these, like, in my mind, bad chickens, because I wouldn't thaw them out. I would be like, yeah, it says Best Buy today. I would just stick it in the freezer, and I'm never eating it. But what I would do is, it started off, you could only have 5 crab pots, if you had a fishing license. But if you had a commercial fishing license, you could have as many as you wanted, I guess. I don't know, something like that. So it started off, me and my brother-in-law would go out crabbing, and we would only have 5 crab pots because I didn't have a fishing license at the time. I just kind of refused to get them. I didn't have crab pots either, so, or no, I had one. Wait, son of a bitch. He ended up taking my fucking crab pot. Damn it. I had one. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't have a fishing license anyway. I don't have chicken either. But I would save up all this fucking chicken, and he would come over with his boat, and it'd already be all loaded up and shit. And sometimes I'd take a cooler, sometimes I wouldn't. Actually, I guess I usually would take a cooler. That was back when I actually had a cooler until everybody stole all of my. I had like 5 or 7 coolers, and my family just ultimately ended up taking all of my fucking coolers because my parents would be here and they would have food in the fridge and they'd be like, let me borrow your cooler so we could take this shit to your sister's house. And I'd give them my cooler and the cooler would never come back. And then the next time, I remember the last time they asked me for a cooler, I was like, I don't have one. And they're like, how do you not have a cooler? I'm like, because you stole like 7 of my coolers and took them to my sister's house and never brought them back. And then every time I would go to my sister's house, they would just be missing. So apparently it was just like the community cooler, and they would just like take it to my sister's house, and then she would take it to her friend's house, and then her friend would take it to someone else's house, and blah, blah, blah. But I would take a cooler with me, and I would throw a bunch of the frozen chicken in there, and we'd throw it into the crab pot, and that's what we used for bait. Kind of expensive bait, but I wasn't going to eat it because I'm picky about my food like that. I wonder if I have anything in the freezer. In the broken fridge. Because it was holding, uh, like, it was between 30, I think 34 degrees and 39 degrees. So I was using it as a fridge. The freezer, that is. And I can't remember. I remember I just quit using the freezer. I was just pissed off that the damn fridge wasn't working, and when the fridge broke, I mean, not even joking, it's like an entire fridge full of like just shitty fucking food because the power went out for a week and it all went bad. And instead of doing what I should have done, which was immediately get rid of all that shit and throw it in the garbage can, I didn't. And then, well, everything's spoiled. Shit, that sucks, man. Those hot pickles were in there. Then again, I had a lot of shit in there. Because before I became a canned food guy, I really appreciate having canned food when you don't have a fridge. It comes in really fucking handy. But prior to that, I was just like a fridge guy. I would like go to the store and buy an extra can of or jar of pickles. I'd be like, oh, regular pickles and hot pickles. I'll take them both. And pepperoncinis. And then I would like throw them in the fridge and forget about them. And then I would find them like a month later and they were unopened and shit. And I'd be like, well, fucking hey, let's eat some of this shit. But then when the fridge went out, I kind of stopped doing that shit. And then when I was like dead ass broke, that's when I started doing the canned food shit. Because you can, when you have a couple dollars, you can buy, it's cheap, A. And B, like when you have a couple dollars, you can buy a bunch of them. And then I would just like, I would buy a bunch of shit and I would just take it into my room and just hide it in a drawer. That way it's not in the kitchen, so I don't see it when I'm hungry and shit like that. And if I ever became poor again, I would have stuff. Like tuna, canned chicken, Well, anything canned. Like every vegetable that you can think of, black-eyed peas, corn. Oh, I could go for black-eyed peas, man. Although I'd want some fucking onions. Ah, damn it. I don't think I have any fucking money. But if I did, when I go to 7-Eleven to steal some water, I would get probably pizza because it's cheaper. It's only 2.50 for 2 slices, but the big bite hot dogs are like 2.69, I think, for one. And then load that bitch up with as many onions as I can. That way I could come home, I guess put the onions in the fridge, and then make black-eyed peas. Because I love them with fresh onions. They're so good. And I don't care what kind of onion. It could be white onions, yellow onions, Vidalia. I can't remember the last time I had a Vidalia. That'd be such a great name for a girl, like a little girl. Reminds me of that country song called Vidalia, where it was about a chick named Vidalia. Um, yeah, I got a shitload of fucking tuna. I do have these chicken and dumplings. I got 2 more of them left. The first one, because they were on clearance, so I bought like 3 because that's all I could carry at the moment. And then they sold out the next day. But that would be a good idea. Take a can of canned chicken and add it to the chicken and dumplings. Because the first one I ate, I'm not even joking, there was like a little tiny piece of chicken like this big, and that was it. One. And the dumplings weren't all that great. I mean, I'd probably eat them if there was chicken to eat with them, but I ended up I ate a few of the dumplings and then just gave the rest to my dogs. I was like, "Here you go, dogs. It's all you, man." But I usually am pretty fucking generous with my food with my dogs. Like I'd eat chicken and then anything that was left over, obviously take it off the bone, not give them bones. But I would take the chicken off and just like put it on the plate or in their dog bowl or anything like that and just give it to them. Because if I put it in the fridge, I'm not going to reheat it and eat it. So it's better that it just goes to the dogs. Plus, it's like a treat. You know, they're used to eating crappy dried dog food. Why not give them some chicken? But I do the same thing with like any vegetable, like corn and shit like that. I have leftover shit because I would usually make an entire can of whatever. Like I said, almost never peas. Um, Although I could go for peas right now. Peas with something like a seasoning or a hot sauce. Actually, I could go for tuna noodle casserole with peas in it. That's the way my mom always made it when I was growing up. I don't know if it's the simplicity of it or I just really like it. But it is like, or maybe because it's so cheap. It's like $1.50 for egg noodles, and you don't use them all. And then like a can of whatever, corn peas, a can of cream of mushroom, or 2 cans, and tuna, which all of it's pretty damn cheap. Egg noodles are the shit. I freaking love egg noodles. I don't know what it is about the egg noodle thing. Wait, I don't even. Well, they call them egg noodles, but the brand is no yolks, as in like no jokes or whatever. So I don't know why they would call them no yolks. Maybe they just make them with eggs, but they don't make them with yolks. Maybe that's why it's no yolks. Good. I do need to eat this bag of chips that I bought. It was on discount. Best by January 2023. Wonder if they're still good. They're probably gonna be stale as shit. Like these taco flavored Doritos. They were pretty good, but they were like very close to just nacho cheese Doritos. I thought that they would have like more taco seasoning. Do I have taco seasoning? Oh, if I do, it's over there. No, because I always buy the packet. Or, well, I might have a packet. But I never bought the jar. I always meant to, and I just never did it. Because they never had it. It was always by the packet for like the longest time, and then all of a sudden one day at the store I was like, holy shit, they have like a big ass jar of taco seasoning? And I never bought it, mainly because the packets were so much easier. Because when you're making tacos, it's like a pound of ground meat, and you just use an entire packet with however much water, and poof, you have tacos. I could go for tacos right now. Can you tell I'm hungry? One of my favorite things to do back in the when I had a fridge is I would make taco meat, and then I would cut up tomatoes, onions, throw jalapenos in there. Sometimes I would cook the taco meat with jalapeno juice. Just add that as some of the water. What else would I use? I think one time I made them with pickles. Sounded better when I was thinking it up than the performance. What else? Sour cream, cheese, and the key was like, because I wouldn't put them in a taco shell, I would just put it on a plate, and I would call it mess, because that's literally what it would be. It would just be a big mess. Not to mention the way it looked like, because I would be like, I ate as much as I want, I'll just put the rest in the fridge. And a couple hours later, you'd look at it, and it's like all coagulated and like all gross looking and shit. That's why I called it mess. But I would just scoop the taco meat onto the plate, and then you take your cheese and put cheese all over it. That way the cheese melts into the meat. And then you add your like onions and your tomatoes, and those were the main two. Eventually I got around to doing avocado. That was because I didn't think I liked avocado. I knew I liked guacamole, but that's like lime juice and I think onions or onion powder or some shit. It's got other ingredients that makes it taste not exactly like an avocado. But like one day I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna buy an avocado and I'm gonna eat that bitch. And I would eat the living shit out of avocados. When I was doing concrete. I almost said construction. When I was doing concrete, it was like a lot, a lot of fucking work. So you would get, well, I guess a gigantic workout, and I would come home and I'd be so hungry that I would just be making like 4 chicken thighs and other shit. I can't think of like a bunch of the shit that I would eat, but I remember I would buy at least one avocado per meal, and I would eat the entire avocado. Actually, I did that because of Joe Rogan, because he said that avocados have a lot of fat in them, but it's the good kind of fat that you want. And then when I worked at the pizza shop, the owner, the new owner, he would bring an avocado to work every day. So he would make stuff, and then he would eat, like he would just cut the avocado in half, take the seed out, and just eat the entire avocado. And I was like, man, I gotta try that. And then I did, and was like, damn, I love avocados. And I would never even put anything on them, which is unlike me. I always like putting like seasoning and hot sauce or, shit like that on things. Like chicken is like my one of my favorite go-tos. Uh, Chicken with lemon pepper seasoning, fucking great. Poultry magic, seasonal, salt, pepper. I wouldn't put cinnamon. What else do I have over here? I thought I had. No, it must be over there. Onion powder. Cinnamon is fucking great on applesauce. I don't even really think it gives it a flavor more than the applesauce gives it the flavor. But I just remember, because growing up, I would have applesauce all the time. But it was like, get the jar of applesauce out of the fridge, put some in a bowl, and eat it. But when we would go to my grandma's house and she'd be making a dinner, she would always heat up the applesauce. She'd take like an entire jar of applesauce and just dump it into a pan and heat it up. And then she would like just douse the living shit out of it with cinnamon. So I think it's more of that. Again, throwback to my grandma when she was around. Wonder if I can't remember if she died before my sister got married. Yeah. Yeah, because I think my other grandma came. No. Because my one grandpap died in either 95 or 96. Either early 96 or early 95. But besides that, I lost the rest of my grandparents. The other three. Well, I lost one in 1956. So I never really got to meet that guy. Technically, my dad really didn't get to meet him either because my dad was 3 at the time. But then my grandma remarried, and that guy died in like 95, 96. And then my mom's mom died, and within like a week or two, her husband died just out of like, I guess, sadness. He was in a home, and she would go and visit him like every day. And then she went in for surgery. They had to put her under, like, induce a coma, and then she just never came out of it. And then he died like a week or 2 weeks after she died. And then within a couple months, my dad's mom died. So I lost the last three of my grandparents within like I think 3 months. And then I haven't had one grandparents since. That was a fucking dumb statement. What is this shit? Honey mustard. I have like so many different sauce packets over here. I don't even know why I have this ketchup over. I have two ketchups. But like every time I would get like Uber Eats or DoorDash, you go onto the app and shit and you can order stuff. Or I guess every time I went through the drive-through for Wendy's, I would always be asking for extra ghost pepper sauce. I guess it's ghost pepper ranch sauce. And I wouldn't use them all. I would use one for my nuggets, I'd use one for my ghost pepper fries, and then I would have extra ones, so I just like threw them on my table. And then every time I would go to 7-Eleven and get a damn hot dog and shit, I would grab like a bunch of extra mustard packets, and I would just never use them. I mean, fuck, there's... Oh, that's relish. I grabbed relish the last time I was there, too. I gotta figure out something to put relish on. I got another one over here. I love relish, but isn't it just pickles? Cucumbers. High fructose corn syrup, distilled white vinegar, salt water, calcium chloride, that's salt, potassium, whatever, we're getting into the red bell peppers. There you go. Aluminum sulfate. I don't know how good that is. Damn it, dog. Get down. Hey. Where's my other dog? No. Get down. Get down. Get down. Go. Where's Whitey? Oh, you are on the couch. He's over there sleeping with, go lay down. Um, I have a shirt. Not, well, I guess technically it is a shirt. I always wear it like a jacket, like a hoodie kind of jacket kind of thing. Um, and I haven't. Uh, I think I stopped washing it when the sleeves just split all the way down, and it just has a cuff. So, like if I put it on, if I move a certain angle, like the whole thing will just like be hanging off of my arm. and I stopped wearing it. That's why I stopped washing it. And um, then I say lately, but I think this happened or started happening um, like last November or October. I think it was November because I quit sleeping in my bed and I would just sleep on the couch and I would take this shirt backwards and just put it right on me because then I could take the hood and flip it up over my head for when it was daytime so that I wouldn't be having the sun coming right in the fucking window because that couch is right up against two windows. But I guess it smells like me, and I still keep it over there because it's like my little blankie kind of thing. Because I'm too lazy to go get my Afghan that my grandma made me when I was a little tiny kid. That's my comforter on my bed. Um, but I keep it on the couch, and that's what she's sleeping on right now. I guess she just loves my scent. I guess I don't know. Okay, I've already been rambling about fucking food. But what would relish be good on? Besides the obvious, a hot dog that I don't have. Actually, I could go for hot dogs. Well, I could go for like a 7-Eleven hot dog because I douse that bitch. Well, I do like a big thick layer of onions all over it to the point where like I have to like open the bun up so the onions can fall down into the bun. And then I do pico de gallo all over it, and then I'll do jalapenos all over it. Last one of the times I did sauerkraut, which was kind of weird. And then I'll take it and I'll just like drench it with their chili sauce that they've got, and then top it off with some of that like weird ass cheese that they've got. Like it, well, first off, it's a quarter-pound big bite, so it's already like a big ass hot dog. But they were like, for like when you normally eat a hot dog, like one bite, you have to take with the way I do mine, you got to take two. Like you got to like bite it from the side and then bite it from the other side kind of fucking thing and work your way back and forth. That and I make them so fucking huge that um I can only eat one at a time. There's so much stuff in the bun that there's no way that you can actually eat the entire like both of them. Well, me. I'm sure many people can eat both of them the way I make it, but I don't think I can. Fuck, all the easiest accessible stuff that I have. It's like, well, probably stale chips. They're not open yet though. Those taco flavored Doritos are probably stale. And I got Oreos. I have these gummy sharks. I have one gummy lifesaver. Sweet tarts, chewy fusions, starburst. I don't see them, but there's oh, I see one. There should be two cans of Pringles up there. One are scorching hot, and the other one's I don't know barbecue. or something. They're probably fucking stale as shit. And I have a flaming hot Cheetos. Fuck, that's right. I was gonna say popcorn would be pretty fucking good, but if I got popcorn, I would want to like just douse that shit in butter, 'cause that's the way to do it, like movie theater style. And I had butter, which I was keeping out because there was no fridge room, but keeping them out, the dogs got a hold of it and ate all of my fucking butter. Which is my fault for leaving them out, but so I'm not mad at it. Well, I'm not mad at them. I mean, they're just like, is this edible? I'm going to eat it. So you can't really like get angry at an animal. I mean, I guess you can, but you're probably an asshole. I was just thinking, like, maybe I should do, like, I don't know, some sort of vegetable. Black eyed peas, corn. I have sauerkraut, but that's not really going to do me any good without something to put it on. And by something to put it on, of course, I'm not talking about hot dogs. I'm talking about fucking pork. Pork loin. Where the hell's my crock pot at? I haven't seen that in a long time. I would love to. I don't have it, and I don't think I can afford it right now, but grab yourself a fucking onion, slice that bitch up, throw it in the bottom of the crock pot, throw your pork loin in there, top it off with sauerkraut in the bag. That's the best shit. I have the canned stuff because the bag stuff you gotta keep in the fridge. But the bag is the best shit. Actually, before you throw the sauerkraut on there, either maple syrup or honey. Because I found out about honey. Actually, that's on my other channel. Yeah, both of them. Because I was watching a YouTube channel that I guess it still exists, but they haven't made videos in like 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. But actually, I was watching my buddy JT Bear. I was watching him. He was doing a live stream, which apparently he's only done like 2 or 3, but I remember like way more than that. But he was doing a live stream, and these people came into the live stream. They were actually, their YouTube name was BZ Vlogs, like the letter B, the letter Z, and then Vlogs. And he was like, BZ Vlogs, how are you guys doing? Like, which one am I talking to? Is it Brad or Zoe? And I was like, who the hell are these people? And I forget how it happened, but I went to their channel and then watched them doing a live stream. Or maybe they came into JT's live stream. Maybe that's how I was like, these seem like interesting people from Scotland. I was about to say Ireland. They're from Scotland, and they did, well, they were vloggers, and they did 1,000 videos. And then at number 1,000, they were like, "Yeah, we're done." Like they did daily vlogs, I should say. And then after 1,000 days in a row of doing vlogs, they were like, "Yeah, we're done. We don't have to make any more vlogs." And I've only seen them, I think, once because of a different vlogger that I follow, which I haven't seen her in a long time. She was in New York and then she moved to Germany. She wanted to move to England, but their pit bull laws wouldn't allow her to move to England. So she moved to Germany. But then she ended up moving to, like, I think Ireland, Scotland, and then finally into England. But in one of her vlogs, they went out to dinner and they were all friends. And in one of their vlogs, they all went out to dinner and Brad and Zoe were there. It was weird. It was, I don't know. It kind of felt like they broke up. But then, like, it was like a year later and I saw them in that other vlog and I'm like, holy shit. Like, they're still together. That's good. But yeah, I remember one of their vlogs was fucking. It's kind of sad, I guess. But they did a vlog with another vlogger who I haven't seen in a long time. Um, and it got so many thumbs down because the other vlogger like was all drunk, and it was. I'm perfectly honest. I was annoyed by the fucking thing too. I didn't give him a thumbs down though. I don't think I've ever given a thumbs down on anything. But they got like so many. It was back when you could actually see how many thumbs down there were. They had so many thumbs down that the very next episode or the very next video, like she was just absolutely depressed, like so fucking let down by that video. It sucked because then Brad had to do the whole fucking video because she just didn't want to even be in the video. So Brad took the reins and fucking went with it. I felt so bad for her because she didn't do anything wrong. It was the other chick that was like being drunk and stupid. That's why people. I'm assuming that's why people didn't like it because I was like, ah. Like it's probably my least favorite video that they put out. As a matter of fact, I think it was the most, or the one I didn't like the most. And I watched like all 1,000 of their videos because when I found out about them, I went back to the beginning and like it was one of those things where I would just sit there and watch one of their videos and I would just go straight to the next video and I would watch that and I would go to the next video and I would just keep on watching them because to do 1,000 vlogs in a row, like they were constantly doing things like going to the zoo or they're going to the museum or they were just out like riding their bikes or like they just would do all kind of I don't know, I guess fun stuff. Not much. But I remember I talked to him a few times. I don't know if it would be a bunch, but at least a couple times because they would do some live streams and shit, and I would go into the chat and like chat away and shit. They were pretty cool. Yeah, it was like BZ Vlogs, and then there was David Dona, and see, that's how long it's been since I've seen one of her videos. Ugh, her name's like right there. I was gonna say I can remember her husband's name, Steve. The fuck is her name though? That's the name of the channel. Jody. Steve and Jody Vlogs. And then I thought they might have broke up because then it just became Jody something. Like just her name. And I thought they broke up, and then I watched a few more videos, and nope, he was just busy. Like, because they moved over there because of his job. Like, he got promoted to doing whatever the hell he does. I don't even remember what he did. So he would just get really busy with his job, so he wouldn't be around. And I guess that's why they changed the name to just her name. Macintosh? No. Ma- Get down. Go lay down. Go. Go lay down. I can't remember her name. But Ruby was the name of their pit bull. It was actually the reason why I subscribed to them. Because I was like, that pit bull is so friggin' cute. And no, I think I already had a pit bull at that point. I was gonna say maybe that's why I got a pit bull. The reason I got a pit bull is because of Bobby and Jen. Because they're two pitties. Well, technically, one was an American Staffordshire, and the other one was a pit rot chow mix. Which is funny, when I got the job that I had, they, well, I took the dog to work with me. So they found out that I had a dog. And they were like, you better bring this dog to work with you every single day. Which I did for like months. And then it just got to a point where I was like, alright, I just need to leave her at home. It's just, like, it really was interfering with my job. And I guess I could have got away with bringing her to work every day and letting her interfere with my job, but I was just getting busy. I didn't have time to look after her at my job because I would like show up at the office in the morning, obviously, and everybody would greet my dog and pet my dog and everything. We'd like go over stuff. No, I was doing pulls at the time. So yeah, I didn't have to go over any shit. The prior position I had at that company, we had to like get all the work orders out, divide them up, who's going to what section, like here's a work order for there, and here's this, and all that shit. But then when I was doing pulls, it was just, we would just mix it up. I had two employees, and there was me, and we divided everything up into three sections. So one person would, and we would just switch it up. Like, I would take the north section of that day, and the next day I would take the south section. Normally Julie did the south section. It was mainly me and Brandon that would switch the north and the middle section up. And like I would do the north section today, and then the next day I would do the middle section. And Julie almost always liked to do the south section, so we just let her do it. But also because some of the pools down there were fucking pains in the ass, and she would put up with it. And both me and Brandon were like, actually, no, Brandon would switch with her a bunch of times. I was normally the middle section, but I would also do the north section. It was rare that I would ever do the south section. Normally it was Brandon. But I would bring my dog in. Everybody would like praise my dog and like pet my dog and shit like that. And then we would hop in my work truck, and then we would just drive down the road and go to whatever section. And then the dog, since I was doing pools, the dog would just come into the pool area, which they had to be fenced by law. And they all were except for one. And I have no clue how that guy got away insurance wise by not having a fucking fence around. He had a fence, but he had no gate. It was just a big ass hole in the fence that you would just walk under the house through the carport, and you could just like walk right into the pool, fall in, and drown. Like, I never did find out if that ever got a fence. But since they were fenced, the dog was inside the fence with me, and she would just like run around and do dog things while I was like cleaning a pool and shit like that. And then whenever we were done, I'd just open up the gate, and she would run out and hop into my truck, and we'd go to the next one. Repeat that over and over and over again for 8 hours. Although there was a lot of times. Well, Saturday. Yeah, because we worked for 8 hours, 9 to 5. But Saturday was kind of a lighter load, so we would get done at like 3:30, and we would just hang out at the last house that we did. I think like what was it, 444 was, well, I remember 4014, 444, I think 446. No, not 446. But we would just hang out, and then the maintenance guys would see us, like all three of us, at one house, and they would know that we're like either done or we're about to be done. And so they would roll in, and then, well, neither of my employees smoked weed, but me and the maintenance guys would just smoke up for 4024, I think. That house was like the best house to smoke weed at because it had lattice in the front of the house. But to get under that lattice, which is where we would be smoking weed, you had to go through the driveway, through the carport, around the back, through the pool area, around the outside showers, and then come around like almost 360 degrees to get to this lattice area. But in like the sunlight, you really couldn't see into the lattice because, it was kind of shaded in there. So you could be in there smoking, and you could be watching the driveway. So if anybody like stopped by to bust you, meaning like a boss or something like, I don't even think the bosses gave a shit about that anyway, but I was paranoid. And we would smoke under there watching the driveway. So in case anybody came, we could like put our shit away and be back in the pool area before they even made it around the side of the house. And we would just look like we're working. I think that was 4024. That shit was fucking great, man. I remember so many fucking times that we would be smoking weed. I remember one 420. Yeah, it was 420 because it was like kind of important to smoke some weed on 420, obviously. And my buddy calls me. It was on a house. He lived on a houseboat, but he calls me and he's like, "Dude, you want to smoke up?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Like it's 420. It's almost 420. Let's smoke up. And then I was like, "Where you at? I'll come over there." And he said wherever the hell he was. And I was like, "All right, I'll be there in a couple minutes, man. Just give me a minute." And I remember I was driving, and on the way, I'm like, "What the fuck is going on with the traffic?" Like traffic was just stopped. And I'm like, "Why is traffic just stopped?" And it was bike week. Yeah, it was bike week that week. So like tons of motorcyclists come down here and just drive all around our area, like, I guess go to the beach or do whatever the fuck they do. I don't know. And I finally got up there to where the traffic was backed up at, and there was like cops everywhere and ambulances everywhere and like fire trucks and all kind of shit. And I'm like, holy fuck, what the hell is going on? And then I went to the house he was at, and then we found out that a biker, it was an S curve, and a biker was coming around the fucking curve, had a passenger behind him on the seat, and apparently they were like a bigger couple, and like she wasn't leaning into the curve, and the bike ended up falling over on its side and sliding. And then a guy I would later work with at a different job was coming around the other S part of the curve, and they ended up, or I think she went under his fucking truck, and he ran her over and killed her. Which I didn't find that out. Well, I found that out that day because the chick that worked with me was an EMT. So she told us, like, because I was like, what the hell is going on with all that stuff? And she was like, yeah, there was a biker. And then she told me the whole story. And I was like, oh, man, that's crazy. Then when I got this other job a couple years later, um, other guy, different guy that I work with was like, yeah, remember that accident that was up there on the S curve and shit? Like, the other guy that we work with, that's the guy who ran over that lady. I was like, oh, fuck, that's gotta suck. This guy probably didn't have a conscience, so probably didn't weigh very heavy on his conscience at all, but that would on mine. That would be fucking crazy. I would feel so fucking bad about that shit. I'm pretty sure the guy, I think he was hurt, but I don't think, well, he didn't die, and I don't think he got run over. Just the lady did. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Alright, what do we gotta do? Point blank, and I already set up scavenger. Alright. I shall refrain from getting another beer, just because I don't want it getting warm. hitting the boards I fucking hate.
Hard point. Secure the target area to win. Target area confirmed. Get to the hard point.
I don't even look for the damn hard point.
Hard point compromised. Secure the area.
I'll cover you!
Ah, I forgot to change the Semtex.
Enemy personnel at the hard point.
Covering your 6.
Got the sniper!
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Both of us were waiting for that guy.
Confirming next hard point. Stand by.
Tossing smoke grenade!
Grenade!
Location updated. Capture the hard line activated. Enemy personnel at the hard point.
There.
Loading a mag!
Hard point compromised. Secure the area. Enemies inside the perimeter.
I'm gonna let that slide. Enemy caught!
Hostile UAV in the sector. We have the lead. Hard point relocating. Stand by. Enemy personnel at the hard point. We've lost the lead. Target area updated. Move to the hard point. We have secured the lead.
Setting mine!
Hard point compromised. Secure the area.
Reloading!
Locating the next hard point. Get ready.
Loading! That's the mag!
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Almost made it.
Visual on the
Online.
Wasn't gonna let that slide. Loading!
Launch cover deployed! On your 6.
Cover deployed!
Hard point relocating. Stand by.
Cover deployed!
Drop their sniper!
Location updated. Capture the hard point. Enemy personnel at the hard point.
Throw your stuff! better than that!
Friendly UAV online.
Loading!
Locating the next hard point. Get ready.
Watch your back. You lose.
Hard point relocated. Secure the target area. Friendly UAV on station.
Covering your 6.
Enemies inside the perimeter. Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Enemy personnel at the hard point. Target area updated. Move to the hard point.
Setting mine.
Hey! Approaching from behind!
Enemy in the area.
Hard point compromised.
Got your cover.
Secure this. We've got them on the run. Keep it up.
Changing mag.
Locating the next hard point. Get ready.
Enemy spotted.
Hard point relocated. Secure the target area.
Switching back!
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Constant. Loading.
Six, soldier!
Hostile care package in this sector.
They tag incoming!
Enemy incoming. On your 6.
Target 6 grenade!
Planting. Reloading. Visual on the.
Grenade!
Confirming next hard point. Stand by.
Stun grenade out.
Mission is complete. Good work.
Oh. Alright, let me go find something to eat. I'm fucking hungry. This button will fucking work. There we go.